of mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. I am ready to rock and roll on such short notice with these 5 simple steps to create wealth. I just want to make sure that everything is recording. Let's go make sure. All right, I want to make sure we're live. I got a few cameras around me to make sure everybody can hear me okay. I believe you can. I believe you can. Now, if you don't have the wealth worksheet, it's okay. I'm going to give this information in a way that makes sense to you, even if you don't have the wealth worksheet. So because our business is actually going to be free, I'm going to say for the next 7 days, we've actually waived the fee to start the business with us for a summer promotion. So I want to make sure you guys understand that's why we're doing a campaign about 6 presentations over the next 3 days, because we want to get this information out to as many people as possible. And I'm just now getting started. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the wealth worksheet. For those I've never met, my name is Brian M. Bean. I'm the proud founder of an organization known as the Extra Digit Movement. And what that means is we show you how to grow your net worth 1 digit at a time. But we do it using strategies. Not a bunch of sales, not a bunch of hype. We're a bunch of real people getting real results. So people often wonder how we buy the land, how we buy the cars, how we increase our net worth. How's our credit score in the 800s? How are we becoming debt free? All these different things. Well, it's because we have 5 simple wealth strategies and formulas that we use. So Shana, you can go ahead and pull this bad boy up for me. Hold on 1 second. And you should already be co-host. Yes. And as I fill in the blanks, for you guys that either see this now live or see the recording, as I fill in these blanks, just follow along with me, because you literally can take this sheet of paper with you, have a sit down with your husband, your wife, your children, your grandchildren. And this is where generational wealth actually begins. I know a lot of people talk generational wealth, but very few people actually understand the principles and what it takes with your trust fund, with your taxes, with your assets, with your debt, with all these different things. Let's leave our children some deeds, not debt. So the first thing I want you guys to understand, write down the number 5 at the top. There are 5 simple steps to enhance your lifestyle and legacy. 5. Now, simple stands for, it's obviously 6 letters, but it stands for 5 things. Shift, increase, multiply, protect, and leverage everything. That's what simple stands for. You have to shift your money away from the entities that are shifting it away from you. You gotta increase your money. You need to make more money every single day. You need to make some type of residual income to outpace inflation. The M in simple stands for multiply your money. But you guys always remember this. Something has to work, just not you. Something has to work, just not you. You gotta put yourself in a position where money's making more money. You're not really free until all the assets you have can pay for your entire lifestyle if you don't do anything else today. The P stands for protect. I felt way better about my finances and my assets when I started my complex trust. That's something that a lot of people don't realize, is that you don't want your money to end up in probate. Not only that, when you're not here, but while you're here, your trust actually saves you a ton of money on taxes. And then you want to leverage everything. Leverage this Zoom, leverage our connections, leverage our success stories, leverage our experts. SIMPLE spells simple. So here's the first thing you got to do. You got to overcome these 4 roadblocks. The first one is taxes. Taxes take a third of your money. Taxes, property taxes, federal taxes, state taxes, ad valorem taxes, sales taxes. Taxes take a lot of your money, and then you wonder why you don't have enough money to invest. Then you get in debt because of those taxes. So the government and the banks gave you like a 1-2 punch. Then big business runs a special every single month of the year to make sure that you bring your money for the PlayStation, bring your money for Walmart, bring your money for Target, bring your money for the Nikes, bring your money for Louis Vuitton. And then they had a nerve to inflate all the prices. So inflation is the 4th problem you got. When you identify the problem, you'll figure out why most Americans struggle. The reason is the minute you got your money, these 4 entities shifted it away from you. So there's a wealth concept called income shifting that we're about to show you that allows you for $0, to put an extra $600 to $800 per month back into your household. So if we get the government out of our pocket with taxes, if we get the banks out of our pocket with debt, if we get big business out of our pocket with spending, and then we can get and we can compete with inflation, now you'll have some money. Here's 1A on the sheet. If you got the sheet in front of you, 1A is simple. If you have a job, there's nothing wrong with a job, but you're paying 28 to 33% taxes. So write down 33% under 1A. People think they're struggling because of their cell phone bill, or their eating out, or their light bill, or their gas bill, or their internet bill. That's called budgeting. The reason most Americans struggle is because most of your money leaves off the top of your paycheck. So at the job, you saying, I'm gonna work first, then I'm taxed second, then I'm gonna spend third. So on your job, you're the third person in line. Now, a business, if you had a sheet in front of you, 1B, write this down. You're taxed 18 to 23%. So business owners in this country get all the tax breaks because they're the ones that provide all the jobs. Y'all have to think about it like the government thinks about it. If I give the business owner a tax break, they'll be more profitable. If they're more profitable, they'll hire some more employees, and then I just get my money from those employees that he hires. So both sides can't win. Either you're going to be a business owner, in our case, a home-based business, or you're going to have a job, which is nothing wrong with that, but your tax code is the highest one. You see how that works? So what we do is we drop the fee this week for the next 7 days. The $100 fee is waived so you can get the word out to as many people as possible that they can start a business and reduce their taxes. This is a special for a limited time only. Now, the key is to start earning what's called capital gains. Capital gains is taxed less than 15%. So if you look at the two extremes, a job is taxed 28 to 33%. Money is taxed less than 15%. So what you need is most of the money that you make, you need most of that money to come from money. When you get that, when most of your money starts to come from money, then you'll start seeing that most of that money stays with you because the government takes less because it was made with money. Why do you think the wealthy people stay wealthy and poor people stay poor? Wealthy people make 67% of their money with money, so they keep it. Poor people or people that struggle make 100% of their money with labor, so it leaves. That's the way the country was set up. Listen, you don't have to do nothing I'm telling you today. But if you don't do nothing else, start a home-based business for free. Let us show you how to shift your income so it can stay in your household. So the key there in the middle is start a home-based business. Start a home-based business. Now, normally it is $100 one time to start the business. And then it's $149 per month. So your first month is normally $249. We got 7 days and the $100 is actually waived. So you get your home-based business for free. Now you only invest the $149 portion so we can show you all the different things that come in our lifestyle membership. Now I want you guys to hear what I just said. If you had a membership where everything you need regarding your finances, your taxes, any debt, your credit, any bills, your trust fund, your investments, for a little bit more than $2 a day. I want y'all to think about this. A little bit more actually than $3 a day. You got a staff of people that are going to help you organize all your finances, and maybe, just maybe, you also can become a millionaire with the strategies that we've used. The average person brings in about $2,187 per month that uses our membership. They shift, remember the S in simple stands for shift. They shift that money back to their households to the tune of about $2,187. So if you're writing notes, write down $100 plus 149, and then put an X through the 100 because we're going to waive that fee for you this month. Very important. Now, as I transition, let's scroll up a little bit here. What's actually in the membership? Here's what's in the membership. We're going to reduce your taxes. That's number one. I told you that's your biggest expense. So we got to get those taxes down. We save on average our total so far has been about $250 million. Total savings with all of our members, $250 million saved in taxes. Yeah, that's pretty serious. $250 million that we shifted back from the government. Now, Brian, what is the business? I'm missing it. What am I actually opening? You're looking at the business. Our business is introducing people to the power of a home-based business. So by you using our Zooms, by you using our social media platforms, by you using YouTube, by you using the webinars, by you using our website, you now are educating people on the power of a home-based business and getting the tax advantages from your house. Now, the second thing we're going to do, we're going to use the tax dollars and eliminate your debt. So if you have the sheet in 2B, the word is debt. You got to get your debt eliminated. See, people don't understand this, but it's true. The government and the bank actually work hand in hand. The government kicks you in the top, then the bank kicks you in the bottom. And when you start to understand, wait a minute, this thing was set up to where they get all my money off the top in taxes, then that puts me in debt where I have to pay more back than I borrowed, then you'll start playing this game a little bit different. Average savings per person, $64,000 each. So now you wonder why we're paying our homes off 11 years early. Now you wondering why all our credit card bills are gone. Now you start to see. Now, number 2C is lower my bills. We have a trained negotiation company that will actually take a copy of your bills. You give us like 1 month of all your bills. Give us your internet bill, give us your cable bill, give us your cell phone bill. I've seen them lower your Sirius XM bill, okay? Or is it Sirius XM? You take these bills, you upload them to our portal, because what your business gives you is this portal. They then get savings off a percentage of what they save you, or they get commissions on a percentage of what they save you. So they don't get paid unless they save you money. They save me on my pest control bill, my ADT bill, my cell phone bill, my internet bill, and I have several different properties. Upload your bills to all the portals and let them save you between 25 and 40% on your bills. It's pretty remarkable. That alone is worth the savings. Now, 2D is restore my credit. I tell people all the time, man, cash is king, but credit is queen. The average credit score increase is 126 points. Do you know what it's like to go from the 6s to the 8s? Do you know what happens to your interest rates when your credit scores come down your credit scores go up and all your debt and your interest rates go down? Do you know what happens to your equity when you're borrowing money, which is leveraging the bank's money, but they're giving it to you almost for free? So give me a 126 and 2D for your credit score increase. The average credit score increase is 126 points. The biggest swing I've seen people go from, I saw a young lady go from the 400s to over 750. She now has her own house. She now has, apartment. She got her own car. She don't need no cosigner. Her credit was compromised when she was really young. And to see her go to a 750 from a 400, pretty remarkable. So what the 149 a month does initially is give you all the money back that you were giving away. Taxes down, debt down, bills down, credit up. Now, the I in simple stands for increase. So let's go to the 3 section. Share the power of a home-based business. This is how you make as much as $15,000 a day. You got to share the power of a home-based business. This is how you make as much as $15,000 a day. So let me give you some quick examples of what a home-based business can do for you. Number one, we already talked about tax deductions. And this is what people miss while we fill this in here. These are called anyway bills. You know what anyway bills are? Anyway bills are bills that you're paying anyway. If you have a house or apartment and you got internet, cable, or cell phone bill, or you eat or gas in your car, these are things you were going to do anyway. But if you have a home-based business, you get to subtract all those bills from your taxable income and give the government less money. So why in the world wouldn't you deduct all these things and get the government less money if you're paying bills anyway? You need to also learn the power of hiring your children. These are some of the things that a home-based business can do for you. This is another anyway bill. This is probably your biggest anyway bill. If you got children anyway, okay, if the children have to eat anyway, if the children need clothes anyway, if the children have cell phones anyway, you can't write off their tennis shoes or their softball practice or their baseball practice or their basketball practice or cheerleading. You can't write that stuff off because it's not business oriented. But what you can do is write off the salary that you give the children for them helping you with your business. So my son, he helps me at events, break down things, set up things. He'll take me to run, he'll either take me to run the errands or he'll run the errands for me during the events, right? That's like courier or delivery service. So when I pay him, I get to deduct the expense, but I was going to pay him anyway. So now he buys the clothes and shoes and things he needs from that money. You see, you need some residual income, just the power of a home-based business, residual income and daily pay. Residual income and daily pay. We pay you 2 times or 2 different ways per day. Can you guys imagine that? Every single day, direct deposit. The residual income is important because I tell people all the time, your bills come residually, so your money needs to come residually. The daily pay is important because I tell people all the time, at some point, you got to start enjoying yourself. When's the last time you just took a vacation? When's the last time you said, you know what? Let me take about $500 that I made today. Let me take about $800 that I made today. Let me take $200 that I made today, and let me treat myself. But remember, that money comes back tomorrow. And that money comes back tomorrow, and it comes back tomorrow again. So the more people you refer to the power of a home-based business, and today we're waiving the $100 fee, then the more you can increase your daily pay. As I conclude, I want you to see this. Our executives on 3A, if you have the sheet in front of you, if you don't worry about it. Our executives, because this is very short notice, I did this kind of impromptu, average between $150 and $4,500 a month. Let me ask you guys a question. What would it take on your job to average an extra $1,000 a month? What would it take for them to give you a $12,000 a year pay raise? Can you go on your job and say, you know what, I need an extra $600 a month? Over here, you can do it by building a team of 12 people. 12 members equals $600 a month. Now, I want you guys to hear me. I've earned $1 million in this company. Okay, I've earned $1 million just from the same thing I'm showing you guys, and that's just in commissions, over $1 million. Do you know the only thing I heard that made me say I'm in? I didn't understand the uploads. I didn't understand the portal. I knew that they would get these financial services and help people with that. That was enough for me. I heard that if you built a team of 12 people, $600 a month would come in your organization. That's what I heard. I said, well, shoot, I'm in. If 12 people would bring me $600 a month, I'm in. So that's part-time or full-time. Even if it took me 1 person per month for a year, I love the idea of having $600 a month come in that I can invest. See, it's not the money, it's what you do with that money. So if you take a note somewhere, write down 12 equals 600. Our regionals average between $6,000 and $30,000 a month. Yeah, it get pretty serious. when I had a degree, not well, I guess when you have a degree, you always have it. But when I was working, 1997, graduated from college, I was making $30,000 a year, 28,000 after taxes, 36,000 was my salary. $982 every 2 weeks was my check. I'm sorry, $967 every 2 weeks was my check. Now you mean to tell me you're in a position where you make that per day? Do you guys see? All you gotta do now is rinse and repeat. So if you have the sheet in front of you on 3B, we're gonna rinse and repeat and help some people make 600 a month, 1,500 a month, 3,000 a month. Then we're gonna repeat that, and that gets you up to 30,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 6,000 a month. You are now in the top 5 to 10% income earners in the country just with this increase in your income. Last but not least, our presidents average between 45,000 a month and 150,000 a month. 45,000 a month and 150,000 a month. Same thing, we're gonna rinse and repeat. So on average, guys, that's between $1,500 a day and $15,000 a day. I was not making that a month. You now can make more in a day than some people work on a part-time job all year. You're now in the top 1% income earners in the entire country. You guys understand? So, quick recap as I conclude, and my 20 minutes is up. SIMPLE stands for shift the money away from those entities I talked about at the top. Shift the money away from the banks, the government, big business, inflation, all the taxes, all those things. That's an extra $2,000 a month in your house without you telling a soul. The increase stands for, the I in SIMPLE stands for increase. You need a cash infusion so you can start investing and make that money multiply, which is what we're going to next. So we got you in between 150 a day and 15,000 a day and everywhere in the middle. Here's how you can multiply your money. One way is called private banking. So now you set up a consultation, a private consultation. These aren't uploads. You get on the calendar and our company and our experts will walk you through what's called private banking, where you start borrowing money from yourself, paying yourself back on your own terms. And you guys have seen how IUL, you may have seen how IULs actually work. We have a firm that'll do a consultation with you, show you exactly how it works, and now you become your own bank. We call that private banking. You also have what's called land banking, which is where you purchase real estate in the path of growth, and then you flip that real estate for a profit because we all went in on the land together and bought it wholesale instead of retail. Then you have precious metals. Precious metals, what? Your gold, your silver, platinum. These are assets that you can cash in or collateralize. So now, instead of you putting your money in a bank, you can put your money into what we call real money, like precious metal. So between private banking, land banking, precious metal, now you're starting to multiply your money. I ran this step by step by step, play by play by play. First, I got my taxes down. Then I got my credit up to an 811, right? Then I started making $1,100 a month. Then I got to a point where I started making $1,100 a day. So now you start making $30,000 what? A month, $40,000 a month. Then I got my multiplication on. I got my private banking going. So every single month, I got my policy and it's building cash value. Then I bought the land out in California. Then I took those assets and put them in my trust fund. You see? And the $100 is waived and it's free for this week. So here's how a trust works, or a complex trust. Your business trust is first, then your family trust is second, then your private family foundation. So family foundation. Your family trust, your business trust, and your private foundation help you get down to the 0 to 5% tax bracket. Can you guys imagine paying 0 to 5% taxes? Now the government is out your pockets all together because entities don't get taxed like people, just so you know. Rockefeller said it best: own nothing, control everything. And the $100 is waived. Okay, you don't have to pay. We give you the home-based business for free. So leverage our training, guys. I'm gonna do 6 presentations in a row: Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All 3 days, 12:30 during the day and 8:30 at night. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So leverage our knowledge. I have my teammates and business partners on with me who are buying the homes, who are traveling the world. So if you guys won't think it's just me, we're going to show everybody some people that went from 0 to 60 and how they did it. So leverage our events, leverage this special, leverage this coupon we're giving everybody, leverage social media. You got to leverage everything. The problem with most people is they're trying to get wealthy, but they're trying to do it on their own. That's a huge mistake. You got to leverage people that can fix your credit for you, right? You got to leverage people that can help you get out of debt. You got to leverage people that can lower your taxes for you. You got to leverage people that will do your trust funds for you. You got to leverage people that will show you private banking. You got to leverage people that will give you wholesale investments. See, I wouldn't have known about these things if I didn't leverage the company and leverage these experts. SIMPLE. The leverage everything might be the most important one of them all. So that's my time, guys. Listen, make a decision at the very end. Make a decision. Hey, the $100 is waived. It ain't gonna get no better than the free business. And then the $149 per month brings in about $2,000 a month. So who wouldn't trade $2,000 if I give you $2,000 a month and you invest $149 per month? Make a decision. The membership is only $149, but you don't get the home-based business with that membership. Okay, so in parentheses on that same line, no home-based business benefits. You don't get the benefits of owning a home-based business if you only get the membership. But guess what? That ain't even an option right now because we're gonna give you the business for free. So you might as well do number 1, open a home-based business. Normally, you can go ahead and put this in the slide. It's $100 one time, normally, but it's waived. That's why we're doing 6 presentations in a row to get the word out. So it's normally $100. We're waiving the fee. And now you get the home-based business benefits still, even though you didn't pay for them. You get unlimited income and you get daily pay, even though you didn't pay for it. That's the power of these specials, man. And you got to position yourself to be in a position to send this recording to people. And that's how you start earning between $600 a month or $450,000 a month, and then everywhere in between. So the home-based business gives you unlimited income, residually, and daily pay. And then I say that the $100 fee is waived. So if you're on Instagram or YouTube watching, just DM me and let me know that you want to cash in your $100 VIP code. There's a code that we give you to waive it, and then I'll show you how to start making the money every single day if you're on YouTube or Instagram with me. If you're on the Zoom and you have the actual sheets, give it the person that actually invited you. They'll give you the special VIP code that actually waives the $100, and you guys can now jump in business. And you can share this business for free with as many people as you can so they can start improving their finances as well. I am live tonight at 8:30 sharp, Wednesday night, depending on when you see this. It's Wednesday night. Today is the 11th of June. And I'll be on howtobuildmywealth.com. That's a Zoom, howtobuildmywealth.com. And the password is the word wealth. That's the actual Zoom that I'll be on tonight. Howtobuildmywealth.com. For you guys that are on social media, that's where you want to be. Howtobuildmywealth.com. The password is the word wealth. I appreciate you guys' time, man, for jumping on in the middle of the day with me. I'm Brian Bean. I see you guys in the magazine on such short notice. But hey, I hope it was all worth it. You guys have a good day.